And we're back for another episode of Big Six Bands. Obviously, it's the roundup, but it's basically the NLD review. Obviously, a lot was said on the Command 11. A lot was said about Bentancur. A lot was said about the Spurs defense. And, well, I mean, someone held free. I guess we know who. So, obviously, what we're going to do is demote the man that were at the top. So, George, take a step up. Eve, take a step up. Sam,
wait,
take a place.
Why is that? Why is that?
You know what I'm saying? And obviously, this, I mean, certain man got to explain themselves for their sins. Certain man got to atone for their sins.
Are these Arsenal mans below?
Yeah, Arsenal. Of course. It's at the bottom. Man, I sat at the bottom.
That's pretty, bro.
As I said, I'm right now, I would. You know what? Let me do the intros first. I really want to get straight into this. I can't lie. I'm itching. I love a North London derby. I do love it. So first of all, everyone, listen. Sam, have you been on the channel before? It's just the once. I don't know. I know you've been on once.
I've been on once, I think. Yeah.
Just the once. So it's not a debutant, but I think this is. I'd say it's the second time on the channel. Big up yourself. Let the people know where they can find you at this moment in time.
Okay, so Paxton Road TV, you can find us on YouTube, Paxton Road TV. Look out for me on Twitter as well, Sam_Spurs for life. You can find me there, Instagram as well. But yeah, just doing plenty of streams, and this is going to be nice.
We're saying a good time to bring you on.
Must be a sad time being a Spurs fan, isn't it? 15 years or something, 16. How long's it been?
He's rattled. He's pulling out that
while, like.
There's rattled as Martin Keown was rattled. Did you see the thing with Martin Keown? Rattled.
But listen, Sam, it's a pleasure to have you on. Great to have you on after some time, man. Hopefully we'll get you on more often than not in the future. George, he had his debut before the game. He said he was coming for certain man's head tops. What was your prediction?
I said 3-1. But 3-0. I got the goals right. I was being nice. I
said 3-1 as well. I said 3-1 as well. I knew we were going to smash him anyway.
Man doing the sympathy thing.
As I told you, yeah.
Look how relaxed I am. I got the Maggies as well. That's how relaxed I was yesterday. I was relaxed as hell.
Sam, you already know. This is what I said, man. I had to come correct with the Maggie on deck.
Okay.
J4, you don't know, you will get to know. And as I said, my debut was just like Wayne Rooney. Hat trick, bro. We were firing. I don't want to say too much. Let everyone else introduce them, but yeah, man, I'm ready for this.
Good to have you here, man. You said you man are sipping Maggie's. I got orange juice because this is sweet. This is sweet. This is gonna be sweet from a neutral point of view, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the hot seat tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But flipping Eve, you're telling me, how you feeling about that, dog, bro?
Hey, listen, I ain't been this happy in. It's been a minute, still. I can't lie, but you know what it is? Building up to this, I was thinking these men could actually win. You know, Romero not in the squad. Like, it wasn't looking good in it, I'll be real. And then it came to me. I thought, there's no way that they're winning this game. There's no way. They've got the documentary coming as well. That's going to be beautiful footage. I can't wait for that. And to make the icing on the cake is that they've been in a situation before where they've been ahead and they've fumbled the bag already. So I'm waiting for it again. I'll be waiting.
Hoping.
You heard the man.
I'm not
hoping.
And now
it's happened before.
Don't buy it. As I said, when you lose your derby, you will speak when you are spoken to. You don't know how this works. Kids, how you feeling, man? I have to get you, man, steak. How you feeling?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. It's I'm hurting. I'm hurting simply because I said to Casey before the game as well. We had a chat before the game, and I said I can't lie, I can't see a win, but however I do see a draw, and I'm very shocked that we didn't even get the draw. In fact, I'm not shocked because of circumstances, but holding. Wait, what can I say? What can I go into the game now or
no? Wait, let's wait. Let everybody introduce themselves. You got plenty of time. Wait your time.
Going into the game.
Fair dues. No, cool. Overall, I'm hot. I'm hurt still. I'm hurt, man. No, we'll get into it.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Casey, then we'll run up some comments, and then we'll get into it. Casey, how you feeling, my dog?
You know what? Yeah, it was more individual errors than anything in it. That's why I'm more like annoyed because it wasn't as if like Spurs played well. We'll obviously speak about it more, but I feel hurt because we could have got a result. We could have got a result, I think, in it if we had 11 man and certain things. But, bruv, as it stands, we're 4th, they're 5th. We move in it. That's
all right. We're just gonna hit some of the comments. Pablo, big up Pablo. He been here from early. He earlier than the man. Them. You know what I'm saying, big you up. Been a supporter from what day?
No, big up.
He said, Casey, don't let kids hold the smoke alone today.
They
don't forget, Casey. They don't forget. So big up the Big Six Fans family. Pablo, I hope you have an amazing day, bro. In fact, he said, I hope you man are having a good day. He beat me to it. You know what I'm saying? Played. Good to see you, bro. Emmett says, Kids and Casey, hold that. Oh, people were waiting for you, man, to lose, you know.
So I'm saying, it's good the 4 of the bounce. I get it. I get it.
I love this.
I literally get it.
Endo says certain man's teams got cooked. Honestly, Casey and Kids aren't Casey and Kids getting tired of getting mocked now. Casey and Kids, you man got whitewashed in a derby, you know. Hey, listen, you look, these have been waiting for you they've been waiting for you at the down. Look at the Casey and Kids.
I love it. Keep it coming.
Yeah, literally.
Spurs have a lot
certain man's names are bro.
Of course.
Don't worry, I've got them all, fam. I've got them all.
I'm so glad it's happened to Kids and Casey. Yeah, people been waiting on you man's downfall, you know. We say not healthy for this. It's not healthy to hate. It's not healthy to hate, man. Them.
Bro,
I love this.
Once I make top 4, I will remember names like
this. Is what I'm saying. I'm just soaking it all up. Soaking it all up.
Good. Make sure you take some notes when we analyze this game, innit? Big up the panel, Joe CFC. Big up yourself. Says stop blaming the refs. Ooh, I didn't say it. We didn't say it. We didn't say it.
I'm not blaming the ref.
Make sure. Big up, Marshall. Marshall, good to see you, bro.
Big up.
Big up, Mons. Big up yourself, Diogo. Big up, family. That's family there. Big up, CS. Where's Nick? I mean, where is he, kids?
Yeah.
Where's Nick? I got an APB out on Nick right now.
He's busy today, man. He's busy
in
today.
That combined 11.
He said it. If we win or draw, you'll see me. Otherwise, you won't.
He did say, to be fair. So it is what it is, man.
A lot of Arsenal fans have gone missing today anyway. A lot of them. So
no, I'm here, man. Listen. I'm ready.
We've got their heads on a chopping block. Casey and Kids make Arsenal someone likable. Newcastle do the job on Monday. I love
it. Boss like Endo. Listen. How about this? I make top 4. I want Boss like Endo on the stream. I want to see his face. I want the name of his face, fam.
Yeah, I want to see face reveal.
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
Go get him, Ethan. Honest question. Arsenal fans, aren't you worried? Actually, so that's a good segue, actually. As much as people want to hear what the Arsenal man have to say, I do want to get a few Tottenham opinions on how they think they played. Because obviously, again, 3-0 at home. It looks like it's going to be 9 years without a win at the Lane for Arsenal. Sam, let's start with you, man. How are you feeling after that win in terms of the performance?
You can ask me how I'm feeling, man. You can ask me how I'm feeling. After yesterday, I'm feeling great. Absolutely great. Now, listen, let's start properly, guys. The game itself, it was... I didn't know whether it's going to be a tactical or physical game. It turned out to be a bit of a both, Arteta, I think he was caught in between wanting to go for it or wanting to hold for a draw possibly, because obviously a draw would have seen you lot through. Started well, but I said from time that we were going to win that game. You know why? There was so much on that. The first time in the stage, and for you mans to come there on a Thursday night, and you think you can take points from our house like that? What? On a Thursday night?
I said
crazy. Not having no craziness like that. Anyway,
they thought they were going to rock up on a dub.
We made sure the Tottenham community came together. We had a 12th man there. It was one of the best atmospheres. I wasn't there myself, but we had a few people going there. I'm going on Sunday, by the way, to Burnley to help, get them 2 points above you. But that's another story. We'll get into that in a little bit. But as I said, the atmosphere absolutely cooked you lot. And when you got youngsters who are doing GCSEs, like my man Deji said yesterday, you know what I mean? It's past their bedtime on a Thursday night. So it was always going to be the case. Big man time, big mans do big man things. And that's what we did. We actually worked you lot out in terms of the mental side of it. And that's what Conte, the dark arts, taught. But you saw what Son was doing, and Rob Holding couldn't manage it. And he got himself sent off. And if that would have been a turning point, but obviously the penalty had gone before, I think we would have held out anyway. But Have you seen Olays in a North London derby? Come on now.
In
North
the 50th
London
minute.
derby Olays.
In the
That says it
50th
all to
minute.
me. Done. Thank you. Mo
I
Madden,
mean,
man.
that's
Ole started in the 50th minute, by the way. The 50th minute.
50th minute.
That's
I'm
That
gonna do
happened
it.
though.
New record.
We done that too. We done that too in a reverse fixture though.
Eh?
The
We won the
same-
second
the
half.
same
So how
league.
could you be doing Olays in the second half when we won the second half? Come on. Let's talk properly now.
Bro,
That
we were
game at the
we were
Emirates,
3-0
when
up
you
in
lot
the
cooked
first
us 4
half.
in the first half, that's fine.
Furthermore,
The second
you
half,
took
we won
three,
that one.
I took 3. It's that.
I hear it, but let's
You took three,
talk about. I want to talk about Mr. Rob. Just hold on, we're going home because he said this is the way he sent you man home, innit? He sent you man home.
He's
He
dusted.
sent you man home looking like this. You man went back
Oh,
to the
shit.
Emirates like this.
Oh, shit.
That was Nketiah and Gabriel.
Holden held it, bro. He held it. He
You
held
know,
it.
he's done,
And
man.
you know what it is, yeah? Son drawed him out. Them lot keep trying to say, Son should have got this, Son should have got that. It's part of the game, man. These players always try to draw each other out, and that's what Son did. Holden's the stupid one because he's
Holden's
coming
the
to
stupid
Tottenham.
one.
He's coming to the lane and he's getting hot-headed 15 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
And then gets the red so early. Like, come on. It's
I
just
would-
silly business, and
I
it
would
was
have-
stupid from him.
Out of that team, I'd class Holden as experience. That's why I'm.
Yeah, that's the bit. That's the blade.
I'm mad annoyed because, like, bro, he's been playing well. Let's say, like, the times he's come in, he's had either a steady or above steady performance when he's come in. So I've had nothing bad to say about him. Then today, like, you could just tell from early when he kicked him on the floor and he got away with it, kind of like you could just tell that he was trying to turn it into like a battle when at the time it wasn't that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a battle at that time. It didn't need that. He was the only one doing it, you know. So it just looked bad. It kept getting drawn out, and then it's just, I'm fuming at him for that. I can't lie. I expect it from
I would say with the official, I'm seeing a lot of Arsenal fans blame the officials and whatnot, and Mikel blame the officials as well, talking about he's not going to speak and all that. I understand where they're coming from, because I personally think Son should have got sent off. In my opinion, I think, yeah, that was it.
Of course, you think that.
It was an elbow. Whether anybody likes it or not, when you go like that with force to a man's head, it's a red card, bro.
I thought you said he
It's
shouldn't have
simple-
been sent off.
Huh?
I thought you said he shouldn't have been sent off.
No, he should have
yeah.
been sent off.
Yeah.
Whether like I'm not
Are
blaming.
you
I'm
talking about
not
Son or are you
saying,
talking about Holding?
I'm talking about Son, and listen,
Oh,
I'm not
no,
saying that's an
no.
excuse for the way we lost. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that's what, in my opinion, should have been that. And also,
The North London derby, do you not
it don't
expect
matter, bro. When you elbow a man in the
This
face,
is what I mean. I
that's
just
a
hear a
red
lot
card.
about this is the North London derby. We told you boys to come ready. We said these young boys were not going to feel the atmosphere. I was at the game, so I felt the atmosphere.
Yeah.
We were loud from the first minute. We were non-stop until the 45th minute,
Yeah.
and your boys just didn't want to turn up.
Did
And
them
it got to the
one thing.
players. It got to the players. The
It wasn't
pressure
even
got
that we
to
didn't
them.
want to turn up.
Yeah,
I
we
think-
were on you, man. We
I
were
think
pushing you, man, from the
individual
start.
errors.
You had a good
To be
15
honest,
minutes.
I think it was
Arsenal
individual errors.
are a part-time football club because they play good 15, 20 minutes against everyone. I think they won the game. They
No,
still talk
you
about the
wouldn't.
45 minutes.
It's also game management. I think that comes down to the
As
manager.
a host, I'm going to interject. This is, and
Right,
I've been
yeah.
attacked on a timeline enough for a lot for this. Give man credit when it's due.
I said
Every
that.
Arsenal
No, I
man
said
has
that.
told
I
me.
Flowers when we
Every
put
Bro,
on
that's what I'm saying.
Every Arsenal man so far has told me, because of our discrepancies and our mistakes, that Tottenham won the game. Did you
No,
not forget
bro.
to mention that you not played well for 3 minutes out of 87, and the rest of 87 you played shit?
Bro, when you have 10 men away to
You didn't have 10
Tottenham,
men for 87 minutes.
No, I'm saying
Yeah, 10 men.
before
No, don't forget,
that, he
you
was
was
on
1-0
them.
down before Holding went off. So let's not forget that you was 1-0 down when Holding.
Oh yeah,
went off.
very soft
because
penalty, by the way.
Cedric-
No.
Very
The
soft
penalty
penalty.
was
Cedric
soft.
and
The
Holding
penalty-
were
Soft
Very,
penalty,
very
but what
soft
more can you
penalty.
ask for?
No,
If
but
you push him
it
like that, Son
was
could
also
have
a
back.
Sorry,
soft
did you not get a very similar penalty for
Against
Saka
Man U?
against
It don't matter.
Tottenham?
It don't even matter.
Very similar.
Because
Very similar.
that went to VAR. Why didn't Arsenal go to VAR?
I hear it, kids. I hear it. But at the end of the day, it's hard to. It probably wouldn't have been overturned. I'm only saying that because once the decision's been made, it has to be a clear and obvious mistake.
Yeah, 100%. But I just want some consistency. But like I said,
Yeah,
I'm not.
hold on.
What Monster said, the clear and obvious error. It wasn't a clear and obvious error because we've seen them penalties given. We've seen them not given, but we've seen them given. So if the referee gives it, there's no way VAR's going to overturn it because it wasn't a clear and obvious error. So we can talk about the penalty, but it happens. We've been on the receiving end of it.
You know what?
You lot have. You'll get the benefits. You have to take it as well.
Yeah, no, you're right.
The penalty I'm not even complaining about because even if we was 1-0 down, I don't think we would have got smoked. I can't lie. I think it was the holding situation was the main issue because that's when game plan away from home goes out the window.
Yeah.
Like now we're defending, the crowd's even more pumped up. We're down to 10 men. They're already 1-0 up. They could just smell blood, bro, and it was just long from then.
I don't like this.
I still think holding was the pivotal point. I don't think the penalty.
I don't think it was the pivotal point.
Truth hurts.
What I thought is what the first 10 minutes, because of Davinson Sanchez, he was feeling the pressure too. Every time the ball went to him, you saw he kept booting it out. You guys were pressing him in particular, and he kept losing the ball or hoofing out. We couldn't play out from the back. That's the only reason that you had a good spell. Once we started to find our foot, we caught you on the transition once or twice. You saw Son went bombing up the pitch, and then he turned back to keep possession. We started to do that. Find the gaps in your team, and that's when you got the red card because Tottenham started to open you up. We started to find the spaces and your team started to cause loads of fouls. Did I not tell you that Onene, Xhaka just won't work? It's guaranteed fouls every time on the half turn. I exactly said it's half turn. Harry Kane and the team, they're just going to keep kicking at them. And how many fouls did you not get on the edge of the box? Just so we could them crossing positions. It was horrible. It was so bad performance. I want you guys to talk about the young boys and why they didn't turn up because I warned you about this.
The Haaland boys.
Hold on. Casey and kids, I do have a quick question before I'm going to go over to Ethan in a second. I do have a quick question. So there was an incident earlier on in the season where you guys had 10 men and you guys were saying how sturdy you guys were with 10 men against us. So last time I done my maths, we're better going forward than Spurs.
No, but NLD's
No. Let me finish. Let me finish speaking. Last time I checked, no disrespect to Spurs, but as a Liverpool fan, I believe my team are better going forward than Spurs. I believe in transition, they're one of the top teams in the league. But I think going forward, we pose a bigger threat. Now, you were able to lock us up, and you treated that like it was a victory. Rob Holding was laughing, snapshots going in the timeline of Benjamin White laughing at Takumi Minamino. All that stuff was going on. Now, if you guys were able to lock up the mighty Liverpool, the mighty Reds in the cup with quite a strong side actually, why is it that the second you lot went down to 10 men, you capitulated?
We was already 1-0 down, bro. So we're not going to knock off a game at 1-0 down. It don't make sense.
There's a such thing called damage limitation and stay in the game so you can nick a draw. You nick a draw this game. You could, as I said, your words, you don't have to win this game. You could.
So for me, that was the problem for them. These guys, Arteta, as much as he's done well for you this season, that's where the experience comes in. He wasn't quite sure what he wanted to do. Yeah, you started well, but you normally start games well anyway. We don't start games too well, but what we did was we know that as long as we can weather that, there was no way you were going to win at our place because of all the things that had gone on in the past. Conte had already said he weren't happy about the COVID situation. That riled people up. Obviously, the way that they've manufactured to get this top four race continued to the last weeks of the season, that wasn't going to be nice. So a Thursday under the lights at White Hart Lane, when you boys needed to do one or the other. We should have gone out for the win. That's me personally. That's what I would try to do. And then at least if you'd have got the first goal, it'd have been more interesting. But the other thing is obviously keeping 11 men on the pitch for one of your most experienced players, or the most experienced player, one of the most experienced players you have at the moment, to do what he did. That's unforgivable. But what I'm trying to say is, as much as that helped us with the controlling the game, I think we had other gears to go. So I think it would have been a very close game, but I still think we would have won that probably 3-1. Possibly 4-1. I don't know.
That's my point, because that's what I was saying before. Now, I asked you guys a question, if he was playing City yesterday instead of us, yeah, and Laporte was to get sent off the exact same minute as Holding did, is Pep gonna put 10 men behind the ball and hit them on the counter attack?
I think he is. He's not going to
He's
try.
not, bro. He's not.
Well,
He's not
I'm
gonna do
confused as to why
you
Ben
and
White never
City
came
are
on.
different animals, though.
No. But it's the philosophy.
Nah.
Mikel has the same style of play as
No,
Pep.
yeah, he does.
Why did
He's
Ben
got
White
quality.
come off the bench?
But at the end of the day, they have different quality. Like
No, but it's not the same way you man put.
They'll dash on flipping. Obviously not at this point in time, but they'll dash on Stones and Ake and Rete.
Yeah, but he couldn't do that, bro, because Ben White just came back, so he couldn't risk it. What's the point of risking him when the game's practically more or less done, and you got 2 more important fixtures after the season? There's no point.
Boy.
So that's he had to.
They'd rather just surrender the loss and just get to the next game.
Yes, that's what it is, bro. We have to.
You have to, bro. The game was lost.
Running down to 10 men is lost, bro. It's as simple as that.
Let's go to some of these comments, and I'm gonna go over to Ethan. So let him have some words about just privately with you guys, if that's all right. Can't lie. First 15-20 minutes, Arsenal had Spurs on the back foot. Penalty changed the game. Do you guys agree?
I agree.
The penalty would always change the game. And the first goal was always going to change the game, because that would have meant if you'd have scored first, I think it would have been a harder game for us, because you would have sat back and tried to go in transition as we would have done. We scored first at home. You guys had no other alternative but to come at us, and losing the man, that was it. It was done. So you're right. The penalty changed it. Sending off finished it. Concealed, done, finished, over.
Yeah.
Son was nasty with that elbow. The Son elbow. Got away with one, didn't he, lads? I think he did get away with one there.
He did, man. It's reality. You have to agree with that.
He did get away with it, but I'm not really here for that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna blame it. I'm not gonna blame it.
I'm not blaming it on that.
Why
Bro.
did Arteta?
It's just another note to write down, innit?
Yeah.
You lot are kidding me.
No,
Why
but
did
it's true.
Arteta suspended 6 months if he spoke his mind? Ooh. All pens and goals go to VAR. They don't always show us. That's what Aiden Andrew said. I'm surprised Arsenal fans are not proud for conceding less goals against an elite manager.
Cheek of that.
Kiers and Casey, let's be honest. You guys couldn't take the Spurs crowd. Who are barely loud. Can you imagine away crowds for the Champions League and manage?
Can't lie, if these guys have never been to the lane, they can't say.
Yeah, no, Spurs.
No, Spurs can get hostile still, but I get what he's saying in the sense that
I hear that.
You might want to go to the Bernabeu.
So there was. They don't. No. What they're not taking into account. Is that, bro? It was the first NLD with fans in their new stadium, right? Like, bro, of course
I'm
the
hearing
crowd's
it.
gonna
This
be
is
as pumped up. Bro, imagine the Emirates when a big team in Europe, someone in the champs that we're gonna be playing, like comes. You're not gonna see how crazy the Emirates is gonna be, bro.
Yeah, like again, but excuses. I think like you're
It's
too
not
It's not an excuse.
No,
That
excuses,
hasn't happened
man.
in 6 years, making it 7, man. Calm down, boys.
yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was
Thursday
good
night.
to be bottled. I was gonna say, but you man ain't won there in 8 years. So
Yeah, and
obviously,
that's-
longest
and
resistance
that's-
was crowd,
last
no
person
crowd.
Like 11 or
The
something.
winner. You know what I mean?
And it's
For a long
it's
time.
also 6 years about Champions League, so don't talk about big Champions League nights. You don't know about them, bro.
Wow.
No need for that.
That's a distant memory.
I really can't wait till about 2 weeks' time, man. That's gonna be-
Literally,
You saying you're gonna get top 4?
I'm not saying
I can't
shit.
wait.
I'm not saying
You lot, why
shit.
can't
You
you
lot
wait?
better hope you beat Burnley 12 o'clock.
Why can't you wait
tomorrow.
till 2 weeks? Then?
You know
I'm just saying I
it's
can't wait.
You know it's
Regardless,
early days,
I can't
sorry.
wait.
Sunday. You man
Listen.
got Burnley. You know you lost to them already.
Like, all right, people.
You man got to remember, like, things not done yet. You know.
Random kill.
Housekeeping.
And this is what I'm saying. The same way that you say the same things about, watch out for Burnley, we could say the same thing. Watch out for Newcastle. Watch out.
Yeah,
for
watch
Everton.
out.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna watch Burnley, but we're gonna wash them as well. So come Sunday, 2 o'clock when we've won that game, and we're 2 points above you. That's the energy I want to see. That same chest come out. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you lot got injuries as well, man. So what we talking about?
Serious injuries.
No, we got one injury. Gabriel, we don't know what it's gonna be like.
Yeah,
We have to see it.
Gabriel ain't playing on Monday. If he plays Monday,
Ben White
he
never
shouldn't
come on.
He
He's
shouldn't
not
have come off
fit,
yesterday.
So
No, Ben White will
definitely.
definitely play. He has to.
There's no holding. Ben White.
Ben White will play, but how match fit is he?
I'm not seeing any Arsenal match.
Bro, it'll be Tomiyasu.
No, Tommy
Ben
has to Ben White. Yeah.
and then right back Cedric, left back Tavares. Done and
Simple.
dusted.
I'm
Man,
not
I'm acting like you don't thought it's gonna be worse.
And you
Bro,
know that's good enough.
I'm not seeing any. Why am I seeing Nike and Hood Rich? Why am I not seeing Arsenal? Why am I not seeing?
Bro, my Arsenal canvas is
Bro,
there.
Yeah, I mean,
no.
You ain't got.
seeing
that.
I'm not
You're
gonna
not seeing
put on.
none
I
of
don't
that
need to
from
put
them.
on Arsenal
I'll
match.
wear my. How about this?
Let me
get
win,
fresh-
I'll
get
wear it.
Fresh Arsenal team.
No. Win, lose, draw, man. Win, lose, draw. Come on, man. But listen, housekeeping,
me,
people.
fam.
Housekeeping. 20 people in the house. There've been 20 people in the house, by the way. Enough. There's been 20 people in the house. So again, big up everyone in the comments. The comments are flying. You know, every time I see 20 plus people in here, I always think, damn, how far we've come in it. Like, it's crazy how far we've come, the journey we're on, and the fact that we're on the road to 1,000 subs. In fact, let me get the ticker on now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're what, 80, less than 80 subs away from 1,000 subscribers. It's mad to me. It's mad. Do you know what I'm saying? So again, we're on like 17 likes. Let's at least, our thing, people. 40 likes is the threshold every video. We always aim for 40 likes. We're at 17 likes right now. Let's push for 20. Then we go for 30. Then we go for 40. So again, people, like up the thing. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of skullduggery right now. So I'm gonna let the man them cool off for literally about 1 minute. I'm gonna give people 1 minute. So again, Sam, give me 2 seconds, my brother. Give me 2 seconds. You do this sometimes. These man know what's happening, innit? These man know what's happening, innit?
What's happening, my brother? It's just me and you now. Chat to me. Because come September, I'm going to look back and I'm going to look at that documentary, that beautiful documentary, All or Nothing. And I feel like I'm going to see nothing. So chat to me.
Well, I'll be real. If that's what you think, then we've got you clipped already. So if I'm not going to see it, that means you must think you're going to see it. So am I right in saying that?
Nah, brother, I'm not saying nothing. It's yours to lose. Like,
Bro, you just said we're going to see
my
nothing.
games, innit? Huh?
You just said we're going to see nothing. So that must indicate that you're going to
nothing as in NLD. Like, you lost 3-0. That's not going to be good. They might have to crop.
I know. However, they'll add that in. But however, if we do finish top 4, then where does this conversation go? Because I'm just gonna go. Listen, I told you before. I told you earlier on. You see, you lot all fucked up. United fans, to Tottenham fans, Chelsea fans, all you man on Twitter. Yes, bro. All you lot fucked up because you what you done is you unleashed a demon. Now, if I was to go beat Newcastle and then go beat Everton, you man are fucked.
Brother, that all sounds.
I'm gonna milk it.
Trust me.
Honestly, you're not gonna. You should have killed me.
Time up.
You should have killed me.
Time up. You had your time, kids. I'm sorry. You had your time to explain yourself.
I don't need to explain myself. I don't need to.
You had time.
He rattled.
Get your ass back on the bottom.
You lot should have killed me off.
No, you man don't get it, fam.
They don't get it, Case. They don't get what's about to happen.
Oh, you thought you was getting off scot-free.
No, bro.
You thought you was getting
Throw
off
me in there.
scot-free.
Throw me in there.
You thought you was getting off scot-free.
I want fire, I want tussle, man. Come, let's talk, lads.
Go get it.
Let's talk, man.
KC, man. What happened, man? You pulled up on the block. You got stripped naked.
Up, lacking.
We made you sing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars." We took your shoes, and the star boy, he's only a star in the hood. Saka, he can go church and pray as much as he wants, but God wasn't gonna save him at the lane. Let's get one thing straight. He came, he saw, and he lost.
Yeah, we got a few
took him away.
Definitely got a few nicknames for your players. Eddie what's his name? Eddie and Kitty Katia. We call him Kitty Katia now because that's what his name. And you know what I mean? Bakary Saka. Because he weren't there, man. He was not there when they're talking about this Hale End. As I said, it was Hale End High School. The mans were ready to go to school on the Friday, and it was past their bedtime. Should be playing on a Thursday night. Simple. That's it.
Right.
Done.
No, you're right. He shouldn't be playing on Thursday night. That's why he's going to be playing on Tuesday nights in the champs.
Yeah, he's used to it.
Weeks.
That's the only night that Saka's used
in a couple
to.
weeks.
Thursday night.
Yeah, in a couple
and
weeks.
Guess what?
Don't
when
worry,
Martinelli
playing Thursday, very temporarily, he's going to be playing Thursday football.
So
Don't you worry about that. It's a one-off. He's not used to the Thursday. He's not really like it. You know what I'm saying? He don't like it.
Your team's not used to midweek football. They can't handle it. Your team's not used to
it. Time. Yeah, you had your time. You had the time.
man.
All right.
Wait, can I throw a stat at these guys? Just one
Yeah,
big
of course,
stat.
bro, of course.
Harry Kane, the top goal scorer in the London derby of all time, the North London derby, on 13 goals in 15 appearances. What a player. Let's talk about that. And also Heung-min Son now equaled your boy, the one they like to call the greatest player in the Prem history, Thierry Henry, on 5 Premier League and North London derby goals. If he's so good, why has Son already equaled him? We're gonna have to have some conversations about
that. Is it safe
Zero
to
cup
call
final goals? Only 5
Arsenal
North London derby
Do you know
goals.
what?
He's not a
Do
big
you know
game
what?
player.
Do you know what
Safe
they've
to
got in
say
common? They both just have bare personal accolades. No trophies. Just bare personal accolades.
He always has to go. Here we go.
No,
You
it's
know
not
what's
Henry
always.
doesn't
happening?
turn up
Wait,
in the
wait,
big
wait,
games.
wait.
I do not.
Henry
How
don't
long
turn
was
up
it?
in those
30
games,
minutes.
though.
It took 30 minutes before we go back to Invincibles. I knew it was coming at some point.
Forget the
We're gonna go
Invincibles.
back
I'm not even
No, forget that.
Invincibles. Just Son and
Forget the
Kane.
Invincibles.
Just
Forget
Son and
that.
Kane.
I'm just talking about Son and Kane. Them man have one niche. So yes, they scoring all these goals. They're doing all these things. That's all great, but they've won nothing. They'll look back in their career and say, "Oh, I scored bare goals in that season, and this season I got 21 goals and no pens in that."
We're gonna win. We're gonna win.
Is that what we're looking at?
They're gonna be
Let me
pissed.
put my hand up. Can I put my hand up just to say one thing? Right, this is the serious question because we've done the banter thing. Do you believe that Mikel Arteta and your squad would do better next season in the league and in the Champions League if you're in it than Conte and our squad would do in the Champions League?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I don't think
I
we
know
would.
you're lying. That's it.
I'm not. Mother's laughing. Mother's
What
laughing.
big teams other than Chelsea? What big teams have you beat this season?
Man United.
What kind of
When you're
stupid
playing
question
once
is
a
that?
week, when you're playing once a week, you out of all the cups. Remember, you got all the
United.
cups early.
Look what happened to United in the
January, you was out
Champions
of
League.
everything.
They got thumped on.
United beat you.
United beat me.
3-0.
I beat City. I beat City. I
That's
beat
what
Liverpool
you
twice.
judge your season off.
Those are top teams in the Champions League. Dash me in the Champions League, I'll survive.
How would you survive?
It's
Against
funny
who?
Because when I play the
Conte's
big boys,
record
I get it
against the
done.
big teams is better than Mikel Arteta's record against big teams. When you played against City, you lost 5-1.
That's
You lost
because
Celebrating the
5-1,
draw against
2-1.
Liverpool like you'd won the Champions League.
Against
Let me
Liverpool,
tell-
yeah,
let me tell you guys.
You got an aggregate score line of 8-0, or it was 9-0, sorry, against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Like it's absolutely
That's-
embarrassing.
That doesn't mean
You're just talking about.
It's crazy.
But
I
you're
don't
talking
mean
about two
nothing.
teams that are like well above all of us. So that's fine. If that's what you
Your
judge your
players
season
aren't
off-
equipped for
Wait.
midweek football.
You're judging your season off how well you beat the big teams. That's great. That's why I just know we don't beef. We are judging our season off how well we've done over the season. There are little teams as well that you've lost to, plenty of them. And
You won't be playing you
know
won't be
what
playing
I'm
one
saying?
game a week, Casey, anymore.
Huh?
Oh yeah, facts. Go on, Mons. Tell them.
Yeah,
One
that don't
game
mean
a week,
nothing.
and that's what you
So
have
you
to-
see this
that's what you
consistency.
Wait.
Crap.
Tottenham
They'll be crap.
were playing. What was it? 2 games a week for like a couple
No,
weeks.
these man got
For
knocked
like
out
3
of
weeks,
City
fam.
early.
Like 3
Early
weeks
they
was
got
like.
knocked out.
Let's
You know
not
why
act like
that's
we were
right?
doing
You know
better.
why that's right? Because Tottenham had fixture congestion due to teams like yourself and other teams.
Oh, don't give me that because we had the
You
same.
could
We had the
No,
same.
you could check in
We had the
January and
same.
February. We played 2 games a week for ages until about
Yeah.
March, where we stopped playing 2 games a week. It was
That
only
don't-
in March. that we
That,
stopped.
bro, everybody.
You
That
lot fell
This
out
is-
bare
this is-
competitions early.
This is what a stat I want to throw out. Endo says Martinelli has 1 goal in nearly 20 appearances. I think it's 1 goal in 19 appearances. Casey needs to be opened because to me he just runs around like a headless chicken. Very overrated player. We'll ignore the headless chicken bit, but 1 goal in 19. Casey, Kiss?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not the best. It's not.
No, it's not the best.
You know,
It's not the best. It's definitely not the best.
I love
So at
that
the end
answer,
of
man.
the day, at the end
I
of
know
the day,
Steven
that,
Bergwijn
he's
has
not
a better
he's
record.
not meant to be a
20 appearances.
starter.
It's not
He's not ready yet, bro. It's
Divock
fine.
hasn't started the game all season. He's got more than that.
yeah, he's
No,
not the
wait.
finished product though.
Martin
He's not-
Smelly has 1 goal in 20 appearances.
Bro, he's not the finished product.
Is this
You
in the
can
Prem?
see
Oh,
the talent.
Even Bergwijn got 2 goals in bloody 2 minutes.
Bergwijn's
Come
a
on,
big
man.
man. Listen,
Bergwijn's a big
Martinelli is on his way up. Everybody can see it. The standards is dead. Anyone can see.
1 goal in 20
Like
appearances.
Montel's getting onto him, yet his club won him. It's
Bro,
free.
that's what I'm saying. Klopp
Like,
went down.
Hey, listen. I can want to play. I can want a player to develop them, but I said if Martinelli wants to be a 3rd choice winger, then be my
Yeah,
guest.
but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, as
I
of
want
now,
him on
he
wing,
will,
bro.
as of
Come
now
on.
he will be, but he's not the finished product. When he does get there, you will see.
Bro. No,
but
you
man,
can
was
see the
talking about
talent,
that because after that Man City game, the way he cooked up Cancelo, that wasn't the energy. So
no, but that's what you get with developing.
That's performances. That's what you get, the ups and the downs with these players. There's
but when you're not on fire, it's not ups and downs, is it? That's not the way you pick up your players when you're on top, though, is it?
Cheers. Are you not disappointed in yourself? Because you said yourself before the North London, you said, I'm not usually very confident about my team. I'm usually pessimistic. I don't like to go out there and give you big predictions. But today, I feel really confident we're going to come away with a win, worst case, a draw. And then they absolutely didn't turn up whatsoever. So your gut feeling was right. You knew not to come out and say it. And then they done that against
you. I know, but I'm not going to get into all the this could happen. I'm just relaxed because we've got to play Newcastle and Everton, teams we're going to beat anyway.
Yeah, if we can't beat 16th and 14th, then
we don't deserve it. And it's fair enough. I'll give it to you. But I think we will win and we'll get top 4. So everybody just relax. All the Arsenal fans out there, just relax.
Are you as confident now as you were before the North London derby?
No, I would take my off and say, yeah, you're right. I'm not.
We've come out of injuries and reds that I didn't expect.
I didn't expect Gabriel to be injured. However, I still think we're going to get it done. I really do.
Deborah says, let me defend Arsenal fans. Last season, they beat majority of the big 6 teams before that and finished 8th. To get top 4, you do not need to beat the top 6.
Factual, you don't.
I hear that, but you didn't beat most teams in the top 6. You didn't beat most teams in the top 6 last season, but they did get you. You got a fair share of results. You done the double over Chelsea. You beat Spurs and you beat Man United once, and that is it. But that's not most of the top 6. But you know what I mean. Take it as you want. Next also says the last time Conte was in the Champions League, he finished bottom of his group with Inter. And Arteta couldn't beat Villarreal with Olympiacos, so both getting pammed eventually.
That's dead because the players we had back then different.
Conte is a European flop. Could not get past the Dortmund side in the group stage of Emre Can at centre back.
Ooh, uncomfortable.
Newcastle in their final home game of the season in the packed out St James's. I can see another bottle job on Monday. I can't lie.
That's even if they get a draw.
I'm worried about Newcastle. I can't.
That's
Everton,
the one.
I feel like we'll get the 3.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about Everton. It's Newcastle still. That's the game. It could be 10.
I think it should be Everton are fighting relegation.
I feel like at home, Arsenal league stamps is going to be as jumpy as.
Casey, turn your light off a bit more. Turn your light up a bit more, Case.
Jordan and Sam, do you guys? I know where the tension's mainly on Arsenal, but do you guys feel like there's any doubts in terms of Norwich and Burnley?
No, not for me. Doubts. Not now. Not at this stage. Like I said, if you go back maybe 6 weeks ago when there was more games, I think what it was, the players probably in that Brighton game, they took it for granted, having won 4 games on the trot. They took it for granted they were going to beat Brighton. Took their eye off the ball, and Brighton are a good team, even though they were on a poor run. They're a good footballing team, and they had their tactics spot on. Flooded the midfield, didn't allow anything going through to Kane. That was done. Since that point, Conte's worked out, right, okay, we got to have at least a slightly different approach to games if teams are going to do that, or if teams are going to sit back. Arsenal, we soaked up the pressure with the first 20 minutes with the attack. And then after that, it's all about the transitions for us. We're going to play that 5-4-1 in defense and going to go into that 5-2-2-1, what it was, 3-4-2-1, and that's the way we're going to play. Burnley have got X amount of players missing, their defense missing, and they will need to win, and that plays into our hands because of our transition game. Even if they were to score first, I'm not even bothered about Burnley because I know we'll score against it. The crowd is not going to allow anything other than Spurs win. Norwich will take care of itself because Norwich are on the beach and they're not good enough anyway. So you've got to look at the ability of the two teams. Burnley are down there for a reason. They're not up fighting for top half.
But their new manager. No. Because look at it. Yeah, before they got their new manager, they had 4 wins in 30. Yeah, and since their new manager, they've now got 3 wins and a draw. So
you're hoping in the same way that they have no pressure on them. They've got pressure on them. In the same way you had pressure coming to our place, they've got pressure to come to our place to win. They have to win.
Of course, but even that was an upset.
Right, it's his upset.
I don't even think. I feel like this is just all hope, though.
I know it's hope. It's hope from their perspective.
It is, but it's hope from both sides. Because you can't definitively say that Newcastle or Everton are going to beat me.
Wait, Casey. Let's be honest. Tottenham's attacking line against Burnley's defense. it's a big thing. Maybe in the last game we played against Burnley, it was poor.
But there's
And
been
the one
games where I
reason-
thought that Southampton
only
are probably
thing-
going to do a thing.
Well, look, I'll be honest with you. The only thing that worries me is it's weird that it's a 12. It's a 12.
I know, it is
PM
reflected,
kickoff.
innit? It's
It's not 12:30. It's not 2. It's 12. Like it's the weirdest kickoff ever. It's really early, but I still think the boys are gonna come out.
That's right.
Sam said,
Make sure
it's
they're
the
not
last-
sleepy,
It's
sleepy
the
eye,
last
crusty
home
eye.
game of the
Make
season.
sure man them are
And we're
ready.
playing- Harry Kane and look, you saw Son come off early because Conte didn't want to make him leggy. He's gonna make him ready. He's coming for that golden boot, and he's gonna score. Expect Son to score a few, if not at least a goal against Burnley.
But
we're not
George,
worried about Burnley on
George, on top of that as well, if you remember that second half, we literally walked that second half. No disrespect to Arsenal, but with 10 men, we kept possession. It wasn't like we had to flat out go for anything. So in terms of the conditioning of the players, they're not going to lack. At this stage of the season, you're at your fittest that you can be. All you've got to do is avoid injuries. Unfortunately for you lot, you didn't avoid that with Gabriel. We've not avoided that with Romero, so he's out for the season. But the players that have come in now know what they have to do. I would say you would have had some sort of potential that Burnley could do something against us had it been maybe early in the season. Last home game of the season, we have to win. Conte's won against the North London derby, haven't had the results against Liverpool as well. It ain't looking good for Burnley, I must say.
I feel like if they get the early goal, a certain level of
I can't lie. Did the Wi-Fi just not agree with Casey because he was about to say something like?
No, wait,
I think that was a Lord's way of just saying.
Shut your mouth. There's no way. Shut up, man.
Listen,
Why should I something like that?
let me speak my thing. Listen, yeah, cool. I think that look, if Burnley get the first goal, yeah, I feel like the crowd's gonna turn from pumped up to nervousness, and when the nervousness starts kicking in, the players start feeling it too. It's like you said, it's a big stadium. Don't let that be the reason you don't make it, bro.
That's what you lot. This is what I'm saying about
you lot are disregarding Burnley. You're looking at
saying.
Burnley as just their team. It's not just about the team.
They're
You
the
lot got a
relegation
mad pressure on you. A pressure to perform, bro. No one wants to make a mistake. Everyone wants to perform. You know what I'm saying? You need to win. No matter what happens with us, your job, you have to win your games. Like, so there's no draw because that's potentially not good.
Can I ask both of you, Casey and Kears, are you then saying you are looking for us to drop points for you to get top 4?
No, I'm gonna win both.
Don't watch us then. Don't watch us.
No. That's what people
go.
You're
telling me. I'm telling you to watch Burnley. I'm not watching you.
We'll do what we need to do.
I know we'll win. Facts, we'll win that game.
So this is what I'm saying. So if we both know it, then we're gonna get top 4. Then.
All right.
So now let's go and put on the Arsenal top with the Adidas, not Nike, because it's Adidas your sponsor. Go and put it back on some chest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't worry. Next stream you'll see it. Next stream.
False profits. But listen, Casey, Gabriel injury. Now, what does that do for the next 2 games? Because I think he is needed, absolutely needed. Because who goes and plays centre back now?
Ben White and Tomiyasu.
An unfit Ben White, and you're having to shoehorn a right back in, and Cedric is just.
We not
see how Tomiyasu was getting stripped, bro.
Tomiyasu had a good game, man.
No. When he went into centre back, he looked lost.
Yeah, but that's because
and I'm not blaming that on him, but you know who I blame that on is your manager. Because why is your manager playing 2 players that aren't centre backs next to one centre back? You had Ben White on the bench. If Ben White was on a bench, that means he's fit to play. There's no reason to put him on a bench.
See, that's why you're a bit. Yeah, that's all mad.
What, it doesn't make sense.
When he comes on, gets tweaked because think about it, he's gonna have to start. Holding got a red, so he's gonna have to start.
Okay, so he's not fully fit then.
So of course he's not fully fit. He was only gonna come on as a start.
Not fully fit centre back next to a makeshift centre back.
No, he will be fit for Monday.
And then you've got him next to Nuno Tavares, who's a horrible left back and a horrible right back in Cedric. Do you not see how that defense?
You're not horrible. These man can do a job against Newcastle.
Come on, man. You're
better. They've done it against Chelsea. They've done it against Chelsea.
They've done it against Man U. Like, come on,
bro. They can do it against Newcastle.
Do you rate Nuno? Do you rate Nuno T?
No, I think he's been underwhelming this season. But
how do you expect him to come up against ASM?
Not recently.
ASC's dead food, man. St. Maximin's dead food.
I don't rate ASM, but in a one-on-one, how do you?
Yeah, he might toss him up, but the end product won't be there, so be irrelevant.
It's not St. Maximin. It's Miguel Almiron. You need to.
I'm not talking about Miguel Almiron.
He's a little busy bee, bro.
Almiron is dead food. Almiron is dead food, bro. Man, I'm making him better than
Chris Wood comes flying
That's
in.
what I'm worried about. Chris Wood is
Chris. I read about Chris Wood.
Chris Wood is dead food. Chris Wood is dead food.
I know he's dead food, but it's always Arsenal are always the team when the man them are dead food, and you're like, these men are not bagging. He just comes and gets his goal here. He just
it's true.
Turn that light on, man. We can't see you. We can't see. I want to see your sorrow. I want to see.
You can see. They don't want to be seen, Mons. They
That
don't want
man's
to be
good,
seen.
bro. You can
Real chat now. Turn the light. I want to see the pain in your eyes, doggy. I want to see the pain in your eyes. I want to see your bloodshot eyes. I want to see you.
Turn the light on. Turn the light on, man. Turn the light on. I want to see your eyes as well.
I want to put up some fingers. I'm gonna put up these ones because you know what I'm trying to do.
Pattern up, man.
Turn down the light,
bro. People say they can't see you and that. But yeah, no.
Show me that they can't see me, man. Stop capping, man.
bro, big man saying turn the light on that picture.
Yeah, you know he's capping.
No, I'm saying turn the light for real. Turn your light on, you. Turn the light on.
I'm relaxed, man.
I'm just saying, like, bro. So now, just moving on. 3-0. Tottenham have rested players. Arsenal in trouble with injuries. Now we want to go into top 4 talk. Now, obviously, we know the fixtures. We've generally just talked about the fixtures, but if we have to really look at top 4 as a whole, we've got 2 games left on each hand. Who is more favourable for top 4 as it stands?
Has to be Arsenal because it's in our hands. We're playing Newcastle and Everton, who we're better than both teams.
14th. I don't understand.
Has to be us.
Like, who can I be confident against if I can't be confident?
Yeah,
is there another twist? Is there, but like the form you guys have shown over the last 7 games, is there another twist to this story? I think there is.
Not.
In the last 7 games, I've won 4.
The story's not done. It's not done.
What do you mean the story's not done, bro? The form shows that we can't back off.
I'm not saying Tottenham can't bottle it, by the way. I'm saying like both of you guys have shown inconsistencies. So now it's basically, but the only thing is Tottenham are on a high and you guys are on a low with more of an injury crisis.
Okay, Mons, do you want me to tell you why? Yeah,
both Tottenham and Arsenal are going to win all remaining 4 fixtures.
Yeah,
no, of course not.
Let's be real.
Well, let's be honest. You look at the fixtures. Tottenham have Burnley and Norwich. Norwich are relegated, nothing to play for. Easy win. Norwich are relegated.
Oh, Norwich, sorry.
Norwich relegated. Burnley at the moment still have something to play for, but they're coming to Tottenham and they're coming to the lane on our last game of the season where we have more to play for. Tottenham and Burnley is a big difference. Yes, they beat us, but we know the threat and the attacking threat is a big difference. Arsenal, Newcastle, you're coming up against a team that right now in 2022 they're third behind Man City and Liverpool for points accrued. They've been the best team, one of the best teams. No, you can shake your head all you want, but that's since Eddie Howe came in.
They've only lost to Liverpool. They've only lost us.
And this is how good they've been since Bruno G's come in.
Bruno G's, you better turn that light out again. I can see the whites of your eyes, bro. Turn the light out again. I can see the whites of your eyes, man. Turn it out.
And wait. On top of Newcastle, you have Everton, who are also fighting for their place in the Premier League.
I knew you were going to say that.
Frank Lampard, who got a result against Chelsea, got a result against Man United, and Everton have looked good recently. They've not been a great team, but they've looked decent. So that last game of the season at their ground. Is that their ground, right?
You know what it is?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Last game of the season, they're fighting for their life for that.
And they're coming to an Emirates that's fighting for.
So George, wait. So George, why is there?
If you win Newcastle first, though.
That's right, bro.
I'm more banking on Newcastle, if I'm being honest.
Thank you. You're relying Newcastle to do a team because you know we're popping Everton. George, why is there a butt for Burnley but not a butt for Everton?
I feel like the last relegation. That last game, man.
Can I just add then? I think there is going to be a difference because obviously the pressure ramps up the more closer it gets to the finish line. So I think us having a home game, the game before the last one, is good for us because we should win that. There's no guarantees in football, but we should win that. The game before last for you is away. that's more pressure. I agree with you. The last game you should win against Everton because I think Everton will probably be safe. And even if they weren't, they're going to be desperate. You lot will beat them on a transition. I think so anyway. However, this weekend and Monday, this is it, man.
Yeah, this is it. I feel like this is it.
Whoever wins and whoever doesn't win, I think it's over, personally. So if we win and you don't win, it's done. And if we don't win and you win, it's done.
Okay, so good, well said. We're going to round this off in 10 minutes. So this is going to be a short video today, people. So we're going to leave this final 10 minutes to talk about, just going to chime in on the FA Cup final tomorrow. So obviously Liverpool versus Chelsea. Chelsea got a couple of people out. Liverpool got a couple of people out. So we can just go around and we'll do some predictions in a second. But let me just get you lot's thoughts on the FA Cup final. We'll start with Kiers and then we'll go around. So Kiers, what's your thoughts on the FA Cup final?
Chelsea versus Liverpool. Have Chelsea got any injuries? Or I think Kovacic. I saw on Twitter that Kovacic still might be back. So
yeah, Kovacic and Kante apparently could be back.
They're it's not. I know everyone's gonna say Liverpool. I think Chelsea has.
Why is everyone doing that though? Why is everyone doing that?
Because you're favourites to win it, of course.
No. But do you know what it is with Chelsea though? Chelsea are a ridiculous cup team.
This is
Monsters are like the pressure. Monsters.
I know you don't, but I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you.
Don't crumble underneath the pressure,
brother. I've been screaming Jurgen Quad since January, bro. You can't. No one can tell me about pressure. I've been screaming Jurgen Quad since when the stocks didn't exist. It wasn't even. It weren't an altcoin then. I bought in the dip, G. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say from now, it's not a pressure thing. But I don't like when people do the it's Liverpool should be an easy win just so they can pile on in case we don't win. That's what certain
managers do.
But that's what comes with being at the top, bro.
Yeah, facts. It comes with being at the top. But Chelsea just won a Champions League last season.
So what?
Yeah, but that's just a win.
Chelsea are a bigger. Chelsea as a cup team are just as hard to beat as Liverpool, bro. Man, them know what comes to being.
Okay, Montel. Of history, I agree. But then when you factor in this season and how you've been playing this season and how they've been playing this season, you become favourites.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying we shouldn't be the favourites, but people are saying this. Everyone is 90% Liverpool. No, it's not.
No, I don't feel that. But I definitely think it's around 75 minimum for you.
That's so naive. That's so naive to think that.
What?
That's so naive to think
Bro,
that.
Chelsea.
You watched the Carabao Cup final, fam. You watched it.
Yeah, it was end to end to be fair, but that was before Chelsea.
They were better than us.
They weren't better than you. They weren't better.
In the Carabao Cup final.
They weren't better.
You guys should have scored. You didn't finish your dinner. You should have scored about 3 or 4 times in the first.
Chelsea were better than us in the Carabao Cup final across the 90 minutes. Maybe extra time. We had the legs in the extra time, but across 90 minutes, Chelsea were better than us in the Carabao.
Listen, anybody can win a cup final. It could be Birmingham you play. It could be anybody.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
They've all got a chance. If you're looking at it from a perspective of who's favourites, of course Liverpool should be favourites. Chelsea have been playing pants recently up until the last couple of games where Lukaku looks like he's showing a little bit of form now. But I think it's going to be the tactics of how Chelsea set up against you lot, which will determine how this game goes. Because Liverpool are going to play the same way regardless, but I ain't sure what Tuchel's going to do. So our Tuchel approach to the game might make it more difficult for you lot to get that victory. I still think you lot will win it, but it's not going to be an easy game. It's definitely not going to be an easy game.
No, I think people are undermining Chelsea's cup ability. I think in a one-off game, Chelsea are more difficult to beat than City. In my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, I think Chelsea are going to do it. You know, thinking about it now. I think Lukaku will start as well.
He is showing a bit of form.
He is showing a bit of form, so I feel like VVD is going to have a torrid time. 100%.
Say this every game, and then he just
don't say that, man.
VVD flicks back his hair, and then nothing.
You know what's gonna happen? Yeah, it's a cup final. Lukaku in the change room. No, he's gonna have on. He's gonna put them Timberlands on, bro. He's gonna be ready. That touch is gonna be leaking, bro. He's gonna be left up there high and dry, and we know when you leave Lukaku on his ones, it's nothing. He doesn't produce anything. He's so bad. But one thing I do have a question for you, is the man that's failed to turn up all year. Looks like a homeless. He just looks like a homeless man. Is he going to turn up today? Because he let his country down twice already. Is he going to turn up on the weekend? Sorry, not today.
Oh
On the
my.
weekend.
I
Mohamed Salah.
wouldn't say.
Seven Premier League
Oh,
goals in
no,
5
low
months.
blow. No need for that at all.
I wouldn't say.
Premier
I
League
wouldn't
goals in
say.
Like that.
I wouldn't say fail to turn up all year. I wouldn't say that. I mean, that's a stretch.
Champions League
He's been a-
semi-final. He was missing both games.
He's been a shadow of his former self. Actually, assisted the goal to make it 3-2 on aggregate. By the way, I wouldn't say a bum, but he's been very much a shadow of himself. I think I would say, compared to the form he showed at the start of the season, that is bum boy, like.
That's
that,
my point.
But
People called him a Ballon d'Or candidate. That's why.
The form he showed at the start of the season is like nothing we've seen before. That's not normal Salah. I think normal Salah is still elite, but what we saw at the start of the season was unreal. That was unreal. You know what I'm saying? I think we can all agree on that. So now I believe he's still got a few good performances left in him, but I feel like there's too many things on his mind at the moment. He's doing the verbal thing. He's also talking about there's a whole contract thing going on. And obviously he's not in the World Cup and he didn't win AFCON. So again, the guy's only human. I'm not going to make excuses for an elite footballer though. I still think he should be churning out more good performances. For me, it's 3 good performances in the last 10 to 12 games, which is just unheard of for his standards. You know what I mean?
That's my point. Exactly.
About Liverpool and how you feel between the two. Is Salah or Mane more important to Liverpool or to you? What do you think? What's your view?
I'm more lean to the side of Salah because I feel like with Salah, it's like everyone has to wait until Salah starts to slow down for people to start acknowledging Mane. You know what I mean? I think Mane showed more versatility. I think Mane has had times where he has been better than Salah, but at the end of the day, when you come into a team and don't stop scoring for 4.5 years, it's hard to argue a point. You can argue the point of Mane in 18-19, who was just, everyone knew about Mane 18-19. So
that's my point though. So don't you think that Liverpool's best? Liverpool's thriving when Mane is at his best, not Salah.
I was just going to say
18-19. That doesn't season. The second half, maybe not the first half, but the second half of the season when Salah slowed down, Mane's been at his best form.
This so you know, this is when I say I'm different. I'm a different Liverpool fan to a lot of these Liverpool fans out there. Mane prop is just to throw off Salah. Man, them out here don't love Mane. Man, them out here prop Mane to disrespect Salah. That's what they do, and that's what they do when a player is that good.
No way.
I respect your opinion, but if I was in your position, I would rather sell Salah, get the money from him, because you can, like a Coutinho, you can get the money from him.
Because Mane got no sell-on value, bro.
I'm not saying Mane's not got sell-on value, but the way people are talking about Mane going to, it's like you can just get rid of Mane like that. Wow.
I didn't say that.
I'm not saying you personally. I'm saying that you're the fan base. The general tone of it is like, if Mane goes, at least we've got Salah. My opinion, if Mane goes, your team is different next season. I don't think you operate on the same level.
Salah's going for like 90. Salah's going for 100 M's.
That's what I'm saying. You just said it there and then. Is Salah at 100 M's worth more than Mane at 50?
No, listen. Again, this is what people need to understand. First of all, I'm glad I have both of them. That's what I can say.
Yeah,
I've got both of them. Yeah. So people can keep putting the Salah Mane argument against you. It comes down to what type of fan you are. If you prefer Mane, you prefer Mane.
The reason I say that is the same sort of argument we've got for Kane and Son. Again, it's a really valid argument. Kane for his just out and out ability to score goals, but Son as a footballer is the best in Spurs, I believe. And that's the same thing I go to
Harry
say
Kane's
for
all-round game Harry Kane is his all-round game.
Well, again, this is what I'm saying. If this is why Son has won Player of the Year more times than anybody else in the recent seasons. He's won it 3 times in a row. I don't know if he won it last year, but he is more important at this moment in time. Obviously, when Kane's always going to get the headlines, it's the same with Salah because he scores the goals. Think about the goal contributions that you're getting from Mane. I just don't think you'll be the same team next season.
You're not going to like what I'm about to say, innit? You man aren't going to like this, innit? But a lot of people, when you score in bunches, it can cloud the way your season's actually gone. Harry Kane started off this season really badly, goals wise. But his performances, if you actually magnify his performances, his all-round game never actually dropped. The goals just weren't flying in my opinion, for the amount of times that I watch Tottenham. And I do watch Tottenham quite often. So for me, Harry Kane's performances didn't actually plummet. It was more so just putting the ball in the back of the net. I think he was dropping too deep rather than being on the end of things. It was a mixture of a few things, obviously with the contract and all that stuff. I think that was clear enough for everyone to see, and slightly in my opinion. Heung-min Son, for me, is one of the complete wingers of today's age. And this season, with Son, is his best goal scoring season. Is this Son? But I generally think, in terms of Son's all-round game, he was better last year. In terms of Son's all-round game, he was better last year. I think this season, Son's always going to be mad clinical. I believe he's one of the most clinical players in the league. Clinical to my players. My players are instinct finishers. They just get a lot of opportunities. I'm not gonna front with that. Do you know what I mean? But with Son, this season, I think within the last from game week 26 onwards is when he's made this to look like the season of his life. It's not the season of his life. He scored in bunch. He's scored in bunches within the last 10 games of the season.
That's not true.
This is the best Son we saw in his all-round game was last year.
You may be true about that, but he hasn't been scoring in bunches. If you actually look, his goals and assists are spread across many games.
Son was on 12 goals. Son was on 12 goals.
In January, he was on 8 goals. He was on 8 goals in January. He scored 13 goals in 2022, and I'm sure he's got like 5 assists in 2022 to go
his
along
goal
with that.
contribution is top.
It's through the roof.
It's mad.
I'm pretty sure in March he was on 13. In March he was on 13 goals, something like that.
He's got more non-penalty goals than Salah.
Yeah, I know. I'm not comparing it.
Did you say that he was a winger? Did you not say that Son was a winger just a minute ago? Did you say that? So again, for him to have 21 goals this season, that's pretty decent for a winger. Would you not say? I'm not
talking about his goal scoring ability. Son will always be one of the most clinical players in the league. Right. His finishing is one of his best attributes. But in terms of last season, for me, watching Son closely, in terms of his all-round game, passing, dribbling, beating a man, driving a man, all that stuff, for me, last season, it was even better last season.
I don't know what his goal numbers are and contributions are last season.
Ethan will agree with me as well. We've had this conversation.
I think
he had 17 Premier League goals last season, I believe it was. And he had around 12 assists. Because I was watching. I agree with you, Mons. What you're saying, all-round game. Yes, Son's not looked at as good all-round, but he's adapted to the Conte system. He's now.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it's worse.
No. I'm just saying, but that's how he's required to play for our system. He doesn't have to do as much as he used to do. He used to have to do because we play on a transition and he's always the last man at the end of our attacks. It's not Kane.
I hear what you're saying. I just don't want people to think that Son's having the season of his life. I think last season he was better. I mean, he's having.
Just to add to the Harry Kane thing. Harry Kane wasn't very good this year. He hasn't been consistent at all. He was
not completely consistent. But his performance.
We as fans, this is what I'm saying. When you watch a player week in week out, you can see the levels they've got. Harry Kane's levels were nowhere near. When he didn't get his move to City, whatever it was, his levels took about 2 months for him to even start getting up to a sort of Harry Kane that we expect. His game now is more into this
kind of coasting.
He wasn't playing. I think because, and again, remember, Conte didn't come until November, so we had Nuno there from August till November. Nobody really was motivated in the sense where they were going to do what they were going to do until Conte's come. So now we can see what Harry Kane's doing. I just believe that, Son, when he was going to be our main guy, when we thought Harry Kane was going, he stepped up. He can play through the middle, on the left, on the right. I can't say exactly the same thing for Harry Kane. Now, you're going to say to me that Harry Kane's now transitioned into this midfielder. But if we had someone like an Eriksen, Harry Kane wouldn't need to do that job. So we just need to buy a player to do that job, let Harry Kane score the goals. We ain't going to get another Son very easily.
But there's a difference. Where, as I said, you see when it comes to Son and Kane, this is the first ever conversation I've had where Son and Kane get compared. I don't know about the Arsenal boys, but we never have conversations about whether who's better.
We do it as Tottenham fans all the time. I feel like as Tottenham fans, we've said for a long time that Son may be our best player because when Kane's not there, Son, there is no big game player like Son. Son stepped up for us in big games way more than Kane has. Double times over. Right. And if you check this season, he's a top goal scorer and top assister, goals contributions in the top against the top 4 in the Premier League because he's a big game player. Champions League semi-finals, he's turned up for us. Kane's disappeared sometimes. So for me, I think Son's our most important player because of that. Because he turns up when
I
we
hear
need him more.
But as I said, with the Salah Mane argument, I think Salah's been very much a victim of, because when a man can't do no wrong, because at one point Kane couldn't do no wrong in it, and that's why I think he goes in that similar category. When a man can't do no wrong, people look for the cracks. They look for something. And when a man is so good at football, you have to look for one deficiency and you have to build on that to bring a man down. That is an elite footballer. That is an elite footballer with an elite mentality. And that's what people do with Salah. You have to compare Mane to Salah to bring Salah down. As I said, Salah's had what? A bad 2020? Salah's had what? A bad 2022, would say, by his standards?
Yeah.
So I think, when did he come back? March? He come back March, February time? So since then, he's not been good enough. We can all agree on that, right? Could you imagine, and let me say this, could you imagine if Salah pulled out the stinker of a season that Mane did last season? Could you imagine the press? Could you imagine?
Yeah, that's because of expectations, though.
Right, but Mane was held on Salah's level, if not higher, than fans like yourself. 19 Mane, 20, 18, 19 Mane. Let's not get it twisted.
It's just because they appreciate different things. I think some
appreciate
the
goals.
work rate.
Yeah,
what Mane brings to the game besides the goals and assists. And then you have the other side of the fan base that appreciates the goals and everything that Salah does.
But again, what people fail to understand is that Salah, and I know you man are more clued up than this. Salah isn't just a goal scorer. I don't need to tell you man that. But do you know what I'm saying? There's this whole notion that because Salah's a goal scorer, they take away from his actual game and they look to compare him directly to Mane.
No, but it's because you're saying this because you prefer Salah over Mane. But fans,
I'm not saying that, bro. I'm saying, bro, I have eyes. I watch my team every week. If anyone tries to tell me that Salah is a goal scorer, then I have to be like, you must not watch football, bro. What football are you watching?
So does he do? He doesn't do more than Mane. Is my point.
He's been doing more than Mane. In his all-round game this season.
Does that include the defensive side of the game as well? Because I believe he's not as good defensively.
I wasn't counting defensively. No, I wasn't talking about
that's all-round game.
So that's all-round game.
Yeah,
that's all-round game.
But then again, go on. No, it's not. It's not that. No, it's not that. At the end of the day, as I said, man, I'm looking for cracks in Salah's game.
It's not a crack.
No, it's not, because bro, what Salah was doing at the first half of this season, I love Mane to bits, but he's never doing that, bro.
Yeah, goal scoring. I agree.
You're telling me Salah was just goal scoring at the start of this season?
I'm saying
Salah
that,
was doing
but that was the main highlight.
Season,
we weren't talking about Salah's all-round game at the start of the season. We were talking about
everyone was, because they were saying he's on crack.
You know, he was moving mad. I'm not gonna lie, but if I'm talking about an overall perspective of things this season, I think Mane's overall gameplay has been better than Salah.
Mane's been, bro. Mane's first half of the season.
I wouldn't say I would substitute it, because I think I would rather take Salah's goals and what he's done and his level of contribution over what Mane's done. So I agree with you that. But I'm just saying that Mane in general does more than Salah, both attacking and defensively.
And what I'm
saying, goals. As I said, goals and assists are part of attacking, and it's the most important part of the game. By the way,
of course it is. So, but Liverpool build their philosophy from pressing from the front, right? So you need to have that player who does that. That's part of why someone like Diaz has made a massive impact, because he does that job. That's why he's getting more game time than someone like Jota, because he's not quite as good at that job. Firmino, I'm not sure what's going to happen with him, but I don't think he's as good at football as the other
time
two.
is ticking.
His time's probably up. But Liverpool build that from that front. So if you don't have that aspect in your team, and if Mane doesn't do that job, they're not quite the same in their attack, even though that's a defensive aspect of the game. Because winning the ball in the final third allows you to score as many goals as you lot do. Yeah. And Mane is a massive part of that.
Yeah, Mane is a massive part of it, but a man isn't immune to criticism, and that's why Salah's getting criticism now. Man, I'm not immune to criticism. Mane was rightfully criticized because he pulled out 365 days of shit. It was that simple last season. It was that simple.
What was
and don't stick up for him now, because Kieran, you was leading that charge.
What charge?
You was leading that charge last season. The Mane stinks charge.
You know, that's factual though.
That's
Anyone
factual. Man can say I'm propping Salah because Mane was bad. No, bro, if Salah did the same thing, I'd be saying the same thing, bro. If Salah pulled out what I saw from what I have, in my opinion, I have two world-class
expect
wingers.
Salah to score more goals.
Huh?
I expect Salah to score more goals.
No, nothing to do with goals. Mane, performance-wise, it was not there. Nothing. It wasn't there. Nothing.
I'm talking about now. I'm not even talking about back then.
And okay, but now Mane's days as a left winger is done now. He's adapted to a 9 in a phenomenal way, and he's become the clutch man. And right now is my favorite Liverpool attacker right now. Salah at the first half of the season was doing the creating, the goals, the dribbles. You could say maybe the tracking back wasn't as prolific as Mane's, but in terms of creating his own goals, creating goals for everyone else, leading in goals and assists, scoring the most goals, putting the fear in the big games, scoring the big game goals, and Mane was pressing and getting goals here and there, not really beating his man. That was how the first half of the season went before they went to AFCON. That's how it went.
That's the other way around.
It's not. What do you mean? It's the other way around?
Yes, Mane's creating his own goals. He's
Again, Mane's clutching up, but a big part of that is Diaz putting a rocket up his ass. Because Mane at the left wing,
sometimes maybe Salah needs to up his ass,
and that's what I think Salah needs to rocket up his ass. I think he's complacent, bro.
Mons, I wanted to ask you. You know with Diaz, yeah, I really like him. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I did. I was crying for him at Spurs, so he's a top player. But is it just me, or he tries too hard at times? He's always trying to make something happen. Sometimes when you need the game to calm down, or you need to move the ball a bit. Sometimes a bit too direct.
I think quite the opposite. I think there's times where Jota, don't let me talk about Jota's hold-up play. I think Salah, again, Salah's hold-up play is all right, but like it's not consistent, like especially now. Mane's first touch is a bit at times. We're not going, you know what I'm saying? Diaz has been the outlet a lot of the time when we're under the cosh, so he'll get the ball, bring it forward. I think he's very good in possession and doesn't actually use the ball a lot. I think that's why I said I think quite the opposite with Diaz. I think he gets us out of trouble. He gets us out of jail when we need to take pressure off the back line and the midfield, especially when we don't have the legs at times, in my opinion.
So who would be your front three, Months,
in the final?
Yeah,
Diaz on the left, Mane in the middle, Salah on the right, and then I want D9 coming in if shit hits the fan.
What midfield?
My midfield, I'm going with Henderson in the 6 because Fabinho won't be playing. Thiago on the left centre mid, Naby Keita on the right centre mid. Naby Keita's really found some form. Naby Keita's found some serious form, so I can't ignore that.
No, fairs, man. It's going to be an interesting game.
And the backline speaks for itself. So
yeah, that speaks for itself.
We're doing predictions. Then.
I mean,
do a scoreline.
Go on, we'll do predictions. Go, we'll start with George.
I got 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1
in 90 minutes or extra time.
In 90 minutes, I think Mane will score the winner.
Sam?
I think it's going to be a crazy game. I think it's going to be I think both teams are going to score goals, but I just think if I look at it, Liverpool have probably got the edge in terms of firepower. I think they've probably got the edge in terms of how, just because they want it. They're still in with all the marbles. They can still win all the marbles. I know it's going to be tough to win the league, but they're still within a shout of winning 3 major trophies, and I think that will just take them over. 3-2. I'm going 3-2 Liverpool.
Case?
I think it's also going to be a cagey game, but like you said, I feel like you the fact that you know what you're already doing.
Oh shit!
Oh, he was about to chat shit again.
He deserved that.
I mean, again, it's going to be a tight game, of course. I think Chelsea are going to. I think they're going to nick it in extra time. I think it's going to go extra time. Chelsea will nick it extra time. I'm going 2-1.
I'm an Arsenal fan. That must be hard to say.
Very hard. But again, I can't have you man in a quad.
Don't let them close. Don't let them close that gap to 4.
No, that plays a part, man. That plays a part.
In fact, they won 2 trophies this year. Don't let them close that gap to 2 trophies, G.
I'm not counting their Club World Cup and all them things there, man.
You're not counting it, but boy,
they can count it if they want. But yeah,
I'm gonna go. A humble 3-1.
3-1. Humble
3-1. But we go 1-0 down.
Ooh,
wow. It's going to be a tough game. You do know that. It's not going to be.
We go 1-0 down, and I think the only reason why competitions are close these days in Liverpool games, and you might think of me as a very overconfident Liverpool fan, is because Salah's not in form. You add Salah's form to Mane's form, to Diaz's flair, and I think we've got a really good balance going forward. Yeah. I don't think that many defenses can handle that. You know what I'm saying? If all three of them are firing. I still believe Bobby Firmino is integral in making Salah and Mane actually click. You know what I'm saying? I think...
I was going to say, I think when you didn't have Thiago there, that was more important for him to have. But now Thiago can pull strings. You don't need so much of Firmino to pull strings. You need players who have got the ability to get into the space with someone who, like Thiago, is going to pull the strings and find them. So that's why Firmino, for me, doesn't really make it anymore, because he's not really an out-and-out goal scorer. He is going to be able to come into
the goal record is very good this season, though. It's ridiculous. His goals to games is ridiculous this season.
I know it is. It's really good. It is good. But he's not a real gunman, though, is he?
No, he's not. He's never been a gunman. 17-18 was the last time we saw a gunman in Firmino, innit? And obviously, I think at times, though, like the City game, he has to play in the City game. There's certain games I think he has to play in transition. He needs to be the man to play. And unfortunately, it's the injuries. I think maybe the age and the injuries. Not even that old. He's what, 29, 30? But like still, at the end of the day, I think when Bobby also plays with Bobby makes Jota look better as well. A lot of people forget that. When Salah and Mane went off to AFCON, Bobby made, like, you know what I'm saying? Jota stepped up as he did be stepping up. I can't hate. But even against United, you look at the United game, the 5-0 one, not the second one, sorry. The one at Old Trafford. And we had Jota on the left, Bobby in the middle, and Salah on the right. And that was mad cohesive. And we never actually saw that front three again. And that front three was mad cohesive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Bobby Firmino still got a part to play if he was to stay, but he's not. He's going to be a bit.
He's not nailed on. We'll agree on that. He's just not no longer nailed on. But listen, those are our predictions. We got the FA Cup tomorrow. We obviously have the fixtures. We have Arsenal's game on Monday or Sundays.
Monday night.
Monday night.
I feel like we should
tomorrow. You guys
going
going tomorrow?
I've got a new name for Arsenal, man. What we're gonna start calling them now is the Gucci Belt Southampton, man. That's all they are.
That's
Lord, have mercy on me.
You would never think we're still sitting in fourth right now with these man in fifth. You would never think it the way they've been chatting. This is what I'm saying.
Gucci Belt Southampton, man. They just play some good football. That's all it is, man. They play good football. That's all it is.
So we're saying that and we're fourth. It just doesn't add up. It does not add up.
I didn't see this comment. It said you're talking about people propping Mane to hate Salah, but Mons, aren't you hating on Mane to prop Salah? No. What I'm saying is, what fans are doing, rival fans especially, are rising up this Mane versus Salah thing. When Salah's doing bad, they want to prop up Mane. It doesn't need to be done. Personally, I don't fall for it. People don't love Mane. They just want to get to Salah. They want to use Mane as a way to disrespect Salah. And I'm not saying you man do that. I've seen what you man's got. I've watched you lot's content. I'm kids on here all the time. I know what man are on, but on Twitter, you know, man are saying rival fans are saying Ballon d'Or Mane and to say forget Salah. But in the first half of the season, they was breading off Salah. So it's all fabricated to me. It's a fabricated.
You know what I think that boils down to? I think some of it boils down to the fact that they did have a clear, distinct where they didn't really help each other out. You know, there was that thing where with Son and Kane, they clearly are working together, you know, because they've got the highest combination of goals and assists together. So that shows me that they want to work together. Whereas Mane and Salah, it was almost forced. I think it's better now, but it wasn't in the earlier days.
Yeah,
definitely wasn't. That's why you get the comparison so much.
Yeah, 100%. And remember that first season, that 17-18 season, that's Suarez-esque, that Salah pulled out from his back pocket. You know what I'm saying? And then you look at Mane's European run, we haven't seen anything like that in that Champions League win. You know what I mean? And we didn't need really either of them against Barcelona in the comeback. So it's funny. It's just a funny game, football. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? It's a funny game. It's a funny game, football. But anywho, Pablo says, Mons, FA Cup watch along or Champions League? Champions League will definitely get one going. FA Cup, I might be on Copish, not really sure. So hopefully we can get one going. If not, we'll see. But listen, Sam, tell the people where they can find you, man. It's been a pleasure having you on today.
Man, I do hope I'll be back on this because this was amazing. This is great. And Kiers, you have to be back 2 weeks time, whenever, because you was talking hard.
100%.
You kept
100%.
telling me 2 weeks time we're gonna have this conversation. Again, so that's what I want to do.
Correct. I will be seeing you. Hopefully.
All right then. Anyway, where the viewers can find me, Paxton Road TV, you can see it right in there. Find us on YouTube. We do preview shows, reaction shows. We obviously got the preview show for the game against Burnley tomorrow. I'll be down at the game on Sunday. The reaction show will be later. But yeah, we just do all things, you know what I mean? Just enjoy it, man. It's all about giving the content to the viewers and have a bit of fun, but also try and, you know what I mean, give us some technical ability there as well. So it's an all-round good thing. So go and check us out over at YouTube. But also smash a like, smash a subscribe, notification, whatever it is you want to do on this channel as well. Massive thanks to you, Mods, for having me on.
Big up yourself, Sam, man. Real dog out here, man. George, again, thank you for coming back on. I know, obviously, you had a few things to do as well, man. So big up yourself and tell the people where they can find you, man.
Yeah, man. Just catch you on my Twitter. My space is running agendas and giving you analysis every now and then when I can be bothered. I'm always ready. But yeah, at _4George. You can check out my YouTube channel as well. I do have a podcast going, The Scribes and Scholars, where I can't say we're weekly. We're a bit bad with the timing. It's just bad. we do this sometimes, but you know, we do have videos up, so go check them out.
Big up yourself, man, and thank you. Honestly, you guys are bringing the life. That's why I always select certain people to come on Big Six Bands. I think there's a certain energy requirement needed, and you lot definitely passed the test. Kees, anything to say before we close off?
No, I just wanted to say big up Sam, big up George again, man. Thank you for coming on. I didn't really want to hear the verbal, but that's what it was. But yeah, man. But thank you guys again. Thank you for everybody in the comments, viewers, subscribers, everywhere. Just big up everybody, man. Big up everybody. I'll be seeing people again in 2 weeks. As simple as that.
So as I said, someone will be heading out the top 4 like this.
And it ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me.
Man will be heading out the top 4 like this with a bus slip, crickled eye, and a black eye. You know what I'm saying? Crickled eyebrow, and you know what I'm saying? I wonder who that's gonna be. But listen, without further ado, guys, make sure you smash a like. We're on 924 subs, so if you are new here, definitely hit the subscribe button. We are on our way to 1,000. Again, hit 25 max viewers today, which is again a good number. We're going to look to build on that next time. Big up everyone in the comments, all the support. We see you all the time. So it's been another episode of Big Six Bands, and we will see you in the next one.